Hello everyone, this is Jalexan and welcome to another deck guide on channel Duello. This time we have monsters and I think this is the sixth and final faction of the season that I'm doing deck guides on. And I also shot, alternative deck lists for my Turkish channel. You should check that out as well if you're interested. So after this guide, I'm going to be showcasing some games from the ladder that I played. So they will be, kind of focused on, let's say, uh, more competitive decks. Although, the decks I'm playing are usually competitive, but they're not fully optimized. So some of them were like my own creation. I wouldn't say creation, but, just adding or subtracting a few cards here and there. But I'm going to be playing more optimized decks in the following week, although this season is really short. So you're not going to see a lot of videos by the end of the season. I think we already have like 10 or 9 days left, which is really short. Okay, so what is the deck for monsters? Well, we're back to Kelly, Carapace leader ability deck. And why are we playing that? There is a single card that's really good in the final part of the Price of Power expansion, Harvest of Sorrow, and that card is Witch's Sabbath. The purpose of this card is to reach Sabbath as quickly as possible. Why? Because you summon up to 3 highest power units from your opponent's graveyard to an enemy row, then summon as many highest power monster units from your graveyard to the opposite row and give them doomed. So, well, since monster units has high power usually compared to other factions, this gives you an obvious advantage. And all of a sudden you put 3 units and they're usually around 20 points. So whenever you play a unit after that, you can reach your Sabbath quickly. And then there are some cards that benefit from having Sabbath. So that's the design of this card, I guess. But I mean, always people will find a way to abuse these cards. And when you combine this card with powerful engines, the cards that do not have deployability, but they give you value as long as they stand on your board, such as order abilities and boost engines and stuff. And Keltulus deck already has a lot of engines, such as the Keltulus himself. I think this is a he. I'm not sure though. Anyway, I mean, this is maybe the most powerful engine in the game because each turn, this guy destroys opponent's units, and it really depends on the number of units. So it destroys the lowest unit on the side with most units. So you got to be really careful about playing this card. But I'm not going to talk much about that because this is a really old engine, and CDPR didn't touch it, and I don't think it needs touching. It doesn't need a buff or nerf. I think it's a fair card. Other than that, there are different engines as well, like Nithral with Dominus. This card could bring you a lot of value, like the 2 per turn. And then we have Empyrean Phantom and the Beast, and these guys get bigger and on their own. The Empyrean Phantom, is an automatic 1-point engine, and the Beast will get bigger if there's a unit that is higher power than this guy, and we have a lot of those. And if you don't have them, we have boost cards. And then we have Witch Apprentices. If you have Sabbath, they turn into a beast and boost themselves by 2, and there is no upper limit. So she keeps growing and growing and growing. And to protect these engines, we have Cave Troll. So suppose you play some of these powerful cards in the first round and you get round control, you usually get punished. You committed your good cards and so on. But with Witch's Sabbath, you can replay them again. And most of these cards work on the melee row, especially Nithral and obviously Keltulus. So you replay them again on your melee row, but you got to be careful about the cards in the opponent's graveyard. So you got to check them out. There shouldn't be a engine that is really good on melee row, like Danka, but still your engines are usually more powerful than opponent decks. So you play Witch's Sabbath, and especially if you have Cave Troll in the graveyard, they will come back and Cave Troll will protect them. And all of a sudden, you become like a juggernaut, unstoppable, especially if you have Nithral, Cave Troll, and so on. And on top of that, if the opponent keeps playing units and they have more units than you play your Cautelus and, just wipes out the rest. There is also She Who Knows. She Who Knows is a great red coin abuse card. You can always respond. I mean, if you're behind like 9 points, you play your She Who Knows. The opponent passes and you play her. You win the round, and also She Who Knows gets carried over to the next round because, at the end of the round, give resilience to highest base power unit, and that unit is She Who Knows. But you should be careful about the leader ability. Don't ever use the leader on She Who Knows. Otherwise, you won't get resilience because of the veil. And so that is a really important threat. And also we have the Siri Dash. This card is just bad design. I set fair for Cautelus, but this card isn't fair, especially if you play her with a stratagem as the first card, and if the opponent doesn't have an answer, you just automatically win the game. I'm exaggerating, but I'm halfway winning the game, let's say. But the opponent could be running Heatwave and so on, so it's usually a better idea to play Cave Troll, because we're playing closeless. This is a ranked on rank ladder. You could expect anything. And so on blue coin you play your Cave Troll, then your Siri Dash, and you win uneven because you get card advantage with Siri. And on red coin you can do that as well. And also there's She Who Knows on top of that. But you're not guaranteed to draw both of these in the first round, so we have Oneiromancer for that, if you're missing one of them. So as you see, the opponent has limited resources, so which one are you going to respond to? This deck could be really annoying and oppressive. That's why I'm not a fan of it. But compared to the other previous incarnations of this deck, the deck isn't running a lot of control tools. We're not running Imler's Wrath, for example, because we had to include Witch's Sabbath. And also there is no room for Parasite. So we only have a couple of Natural Selection and a Heatwave and a Spores. There are some boost cards, to boost up your units, and that's really good for Cautelus, because you're going to have less units than your opponent. And there's by the way, I forgot about Wild Hound. This is also a pretty good engine. But this is an engine overload deck, as you see. A lot of things. A lot of engines. And what else do we have other than these cards? There's a tech card here, Xavier Lemons. You should be mindful of the opponent's graveyard. There are some, in NR, the patience units. Scale against Rain, you should get rid of Ryogun. But this card is also really fits well into the theme of this deck. Why? Because before playing Witch's Sabbath, you can play your Xavier and remove threatening engine from the graveyard. So that could be really helpful, and then the opponent plays the worst cards in the graveyard and you play your best cards. So that could be really helpful. So it's not just for tech purposes. There's also Maxi if you're missing a critical card and you take a look at your deck, and if it's at the bottom of your deck, you can reshuffle your deck. And that's why we see Maxi in a lot of non-devotion decks. And that's the deck. Obviously the stratagem is Crystal Skull. You could go for tactical advantage, but Crystal Skull onto Siri Dash is really powerful, so I wouldn't recommend the other thing. There's also Pellar to purify units. That could also be helpful because you only have a Heatwave, so you don't want to use it on Defender. So instead, using Pellar is more efficient. But there's a downside to it because you put more units than you want. So Kelly doesn't like a lot of units on the board. That's why, I mean, suppose in the final round you're planning to play your, Kelly, you should get rid of Maxi and sometimes Xavier and, other units like Wild Town and so on. So the first round is basically putting your engines and try to win an even. So your second round, you should probably bleed the opponent with Kelly and so on. And maybe in the final round, you should replay your engines. So that's the main strategy. But depending on the matchup and what you draw, things could get played out differently. Okay, so I think I'm gonna show you only 2 games, and hope you like them. And see you at the end. Precision strike. We could get slaughtered here. Now spores will be useful in the final round. At least I have this. And nature selection is good here. I want 2 tall units here. I keep throwing the boost cards. Yeah, that's a good one. So let's try to abuse our blue coin. They usually don't run purifies, but I mean, as precision strike isn't popular this season, so who knows? There's feign death. Do I care about feign death here? I mean, I could go Kelly and win the round here. Wow. What a bullshit. Okay, Scorch would kill Kelly. Okay, I wonder what it is. Yeah, Scorch, yeah, sure. Use everything in the first round. That sucks. That sucks big time. So Neuromancy will be eaten as well. 13. 23. Opponent's toxic connection lost. So let's eat our graveyard. 21, 25. Gotta love traps. I don't know which one is more toxic though. Kelly, double Kelly, or traps. Toss up, I guess.
We shall drive the ape men into the sea.
Well, it doesn't look for the opponent, does it? He can kill the defender though. But he doesn't. Let's eat that rebuke as well. Where's Scorch now? Opponent connection keeps getting losing. Hopefully we can see the end of the game. And hopefully I can draw my Witch's Sabbath. Force is extremely useless here. Okay, so we'll try to develop some engines here. It's not gonna be easy. And this sucks. Okay, so let's start with this. We shouldn't give Veil to She Who Knows. I'm gonna play this so that he dies. Okay, he didn't die. So that's not that 5 damage trap. It makes sense. Well, gotta keep playing here.
They're surprisingly clean creatures, as it happens.
12, 19, 20. So we're gonna give one more. So if I use one of these, this is Serpent Trap. I'm gonna pass here. If you play something... Okay, let's just forget about it. I want to see Eldane here. I could still draw my Witch's Sabbath. If I draw, that's a guaranteed victory. What's going on, by the way? Hello, Trapster, what's going on? 12.
Your magic can't
And
handle
the
me.
rushing trap barely passes me. Come on, please, Witch's Sabbath, please. That ain't happening. Without a neuromancy.
Fool me once, death on you. No one gets to fool me twice.
So that was obvious. So what is the next trap? So the opponent played double serpent traps, right? Yeah. So there are no more serpent traps. If I play this and it's the incinerating trap, both of these die. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna heat wave this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Lovely. Okay, so we got an interesting matchup here. Call of Harmony. Well, it is Harmony. And good luck with that. Mm, I mean, will there be a defender? No. So on your okay, so we got the two here. That's nice. I think I may need these this round especially. And let's get rid of Peller. I'm gonna play Cave Troll first, just in case. Because, you know, if I play Siri and put this on, it's gonna be dangerous. Well, this is a very interesting choice here.
Don't make me laugh.
Gonna put Siri here. So if he damages Siri, that's a big deal, I guess. How can he kill her? The Riot Ranger.
That is all I need.
Okay, so I can put Veil on her. I mean, on the defender, sorry. Now he will use this. This is 1 in 3. That's a bad card. And the opponent is unlucky here. Let's play it like this. So opponent passes and we uneven. Oh, an arrow is nice. What else do we need? So there are 4 units here. And I only have 2 units. So gotta put more stuff in the graveyard then. So trying to build up these. I'm gonna start with Nithral and hope he survives. I mean, I love these cards. Old school. Lovely. Well, I don't have the... What was that? That golem card? Okay, there could be another train hog. Anyhow, let's try to build Sabbath.
And now I shall break you.
Okay, I'm drawing which is Sabbath, which is really nice. I can Onira for Kelly. Take a screenshot of this. Oh my god.
Name? I don't recall.
So who should we kill? Trained Hawk or... I think I should kill Trained Hawk. Let's play this and see if the opponent is devotion or not. Looks like a devotion deck. Okay, that's dangerous.
Salty winds are blowing.
I mean, should I heat wave that? Okay, let's see if the opponent is running rebukes. So is he gonna chip away at this or this? He's going for the she who knows. So I'm gonna put one more piggy here.
surprisingly clean creatures, as it happens.
32. You're gonna use leader once again. I just cannot lose that to poison. And then I'm gonna boost with Markham Hail. Okay, so the second movement is gone. 31, that's nice. These two bronze cards are just insane if you can't find the solution. Opponent has 6 units, I have 5. Another poison.
Why you still stand?
And I think this is for damage. I'm gonna bring out Kelly here. Is there a lock?
Let us sing the song of steel.
7 versus 6. I think I'm gonna pass here. Probably 2 of the opponent. I feel sorry for the opponent, it's really tough. Unfortunately, Harmony has been power crap really badly. I don't know why people use it, but I respect the hell out of it.
Let's hurry.
More units.
I'll do so sword in hand.
Sadly, the opponent has to go 2 guards down. Ouch.
I think you'll really like this one.
He was his leader and all of the important cards. I think I'm gonna use Witch's Sabbath on range roll.
If this is me now, who was I before?
Well, never mind, I think I'll just use it right now. There are 2 units on the board. And really fortunate. Oops, what am I doing? Okay. That will be kind of overkill, but okay. I thought, I didn't have Witch's Sabbath in my hand.
You'll need it one plowing step further. Feel any burning? See a local healer or wise one.
This is just too much. Gazaros is really a good card. So 5, 4, 6, okay. Elgezers will come out here. I can kill her. Him, I'm sorry. I will just discard this. Okay, so against the weaker deck, it's really easy to demonstrate the power of this deck, which is Sabbath. Is just broken when you use it along with these powerful engines. And no wonder I'm not getting a GG, and the opponent is absolutely right by not giving me a GG. Okay, so that's it for me. I'm not a big fan of this deck, but as you say, it's quite powerful, but I don't think it's tier 1 or not even a tier 2 deck, but this could be the best option Monster has. So feel free to, test it out. I hope you get good success with it. Okay, so thank you for watching and hope to see you on another Duello video. Bye bye.